Do you ever scratch your head thinking how you can justify the value you provide to your clients so you can raise your rates? When working with high-ticket clients, an important mindset shift is to avoid pricing your services based on your own pocket and understanding that pricing for high-ticket clients is not the main consideration. In this video, I'm going to explain the two things that high-ticket clients value the most so that you can start raising your rates quicker. Let's go. Hello my friend, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Adrian Somoza and I focus on teaching advanced freelancing and web design skills. So if you want to stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications. So the number one thing that high-ticket clients value is time. Now, the first thing I need you to understand is that high-ticket clients have more money than time, and low-ticket clients have more time than money. So they have time in their hands, but they don't have the money. So they rather spend time than money because they have more time and less money. Now, the more money you have in your pocket, the more you value time, and the more you can buy time with money. And guess what? High-ticket clients know that time is a finite resource. It's something that you cannot get back, and it's actually more valuable than money, right? Because you cannot generate more time. You cannot get more time. We have 24 hours a day, right? Now, you can get more money, and high-ticket clients know that. In fact, it's most likely that your clients can generate in the time that it will take you to create their website, to design their website, they can generate more money in that same time. Actually, probably much more money than what you are charging them for doing the website. So that's one thing to bear in mind, right? Their time is probably more valued in price, right? In money-wise, it's more valuable than yours. And so probably the exchange there of value, it's gonna be a good exchange, right? And that's what they are looking for. Like, high-ticket clients are paying for time. Another thing is, like, some might have lost precious time trying to DIY their website, and so they are past the DIY phase and they just want something, someone to take this off their hands, do it right for once, and save them the pain, the stress, the time, the energy that it takes to do a website and to learn how to do it at an expert level like you know how to do it. So they know firsthand that cheap is expensive, and they think long-term when they are investing. They learned not to focus on the money that they are spending today, that is going out of their pockets today, because they look on a long-term return, right? So they are thinking, okay, I'm going to spend, whatever amount of money, 5, 10, 20, 50K today, but what am I getting in the longer run, right? How much time, money, and resources am I saving by not doing this on my own, right? And so they are making the maths correctly, and they know that it's much more beneficial for them to just make a short-term sacrifice for long-term returns. They mastered the delayed gratification, and so they are not looking for cheap, easy ways to make money. They know that investing in their business to advance it is a sacrifice in the short term that can give them long-term benefits. And they also value being hands-off. Like, think about a multimillionaire. I had an opportunity to work with a multimillionaire, and one thing that I loved about him is that he wasn't really focused on, like, oh, please, can you make this logo bigger, right? He didn't have the time for that. Bear in mind that the time that you have, the pocket that you have, is not the same that your clients might have, and so you have to start thinking higher than the situation that you might be in today, and start thinking that there's people out there, right, clients, that have a lot of money, and that maybe a website can generate them much more money, right? They can get them new clients that might be worth thousands, if not millions of dollars, right? Depending on the service or the product that they offer and the scale that they offer it at. But I think as designers, right, especially if we are not earning a lot of money ourselves, right, yet we think that everyone has that same pocket, and we're kind of limited to that thinking. So you got to start thinking higher. So the number 2 thing that high ticket clients value is safety. So high ticket clients value certainty. They don't like to risk a lot. They have probably been burned in the past, either by trying to DIY this on their own and losing a lot of time, realizing it's much more complex than it looks like, right? Or they might have been burned in the past by someone else, by trying to, pay little money to do this, right? And probably people who charge low are very stressed out. They have a lot of projects because they need a lot of projects a month to be able to pay the bills. And so they don't have the time. They don't put the effort, they don't put the time that it takes to do a project well and to yield great results for your clients. Maybe they have been, they lost a lot of time waiting for the project to be finished because this guy was working with 15 other clients at the same time to just be able to pay the bills, right? So those type of things happen a lot. And higher ticket clients, they value safety. They want to choose someone that is an expert and that they know that they can trust, and they're gonna get the results that they expect in the time frame that they expected, and they are not gonna be either scammed, or they are not gonna lose their time with someone that doesn't know what they're doing, right? So the more certain your services are, the more they are willing to pay for them. So one thing that you can do is to become a true expert, right, at one thing, and do it really, really well so that it looks like you're an expert. And if you're focused in just doing that, you're most likely to be seen as an expert, because high-ticket clients know that expertise takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, and takes a lot of focus. So the higher your prices, the more safe you look as well. Think about, when you go to a supermarket, right? You probably, when you're picking a milk, right? If you see a milk that is way below the prices of the market, right? You're going to probably think it's cheap, it's not going to be good, right? Cheap is usually, in the client's mind, it's not good. So the higher your prices, the higher end your services will look. Now, I'm not saying that you should trick your clients into paying more even though you're not an expert, right? What I'm saying is that if you are an expert, you should charge higher rates than amateurs, because it doesn't really make sense for you to, if you're an expert, to be charging the same price that amateurs do. You're gonna just look like an amateur just by pricing yourself way too low. And this is a bonus, but clients also value attention. So think about it, right? High-ticket clients value your attention. They expect quick answers. It ties to the time, right? They expect quick answers, quick turnarounds. They value their project not being just piled in a bunch of other projects because you're just trying to pay the bills. So they value that you have the time in your hands to pay attention to them, to answer the questions, answer the concerns, take them by the hand, and guide them through the process with proactive communication, right? So that takes a lot of time. And if you don't have the time because you haven't, charged for your time, right, and you cannot pay the bills, then you won't be able to provide a higher end service. So the higher your prices, the more time you have to dedicate to each client and offer a true premium service. So hopefully that's going to help you, frame your prices and understand pricing a little bit more, and understand that there's people out there, right, high ticket clients, who are willing to pay for your attention, for the safety that you can provide to them, but also, and most importantly, for the time that you're going to be saving them of not having to do the project themselves, and the time that you're going to be saving them by bringing them results faster than someone who's cheaper and has a lower end service. That's it, my friend. To make sure that you don't miss any of my free content, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. The link is going to be in the description. And if you're finding my content valuable, imagine learning all of these things alongside with other like-minded web designers from all over the world who can inspire, encourage, and help you along the way in your journey. So the BONT Club is my signature program. It's a high-ticket program, and it goes beyond just taking your web design skills to an advanced level. It's about learning how to turn those skills into a paycheck so that next time you go on a vacation, you're just chill, spending the money because you know that when you go back to your home, you know exactly what to do to get those clients on the door. So if you're ready to join us, then click the link below or check my website to learn more about it. That's it for today's video. I hope you found it valuable, and as always, let's bridge the gap one pixel at a time. Check out this playlist next to keep learning more about business in freelance web design.